Hello, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. We have a topic on hand that really serious. I have to speak in Arabic and English, so please bear with me. I want to talk about what's going on in Calgary in relation to the protest for tomorrow. Tomorrow, Saturday, Friday. Um, I am broadcasting on YouTube and my Facebook page and my profile. So trust me if I say it took me a lot of time to think about this life before I do it, but I think that's my 2 cents on it. تحياتي للشباب. ال- الحديث اللي حابب احكي فيه الليله بوقت متاخر هو عن المظاهره او الاحتجاج، الوقفه الاحتجاجيه اللي راح تصير بكره بكالجري. آه، تحت مسميات عده، يعني انا ما عرفت شو المسمى الوحيد تبعها. شيء احيانا يعني التسميات متعدده. قبل ما بلش قبل ما بلش بالفيديو راح بقول انا مضطر احكي بالعربي بالانجليزي لانه في جزء كبير انا حابب اتوجه له ما بيحكي عربي، وفي جزء كبير كمان ما بيحكي انجليزي لازم احكي معه بالعربي. فاعذروني اذا بحكي انجليزي وعربي هالمره، بس انا مضطر اخاطب بالجهتين بالسيم تايم. يا اما بدي اسوي لايف انجليزي وبدي ارجع اسوي لايف عربي. بس بس الوضع I don't know يعني. if هو أنا المشكلة واقع فيها إذا حكيت عربي والّا حكيت إنجليزي anyway I lose it both ways. So let's see how كيف راح تمشي الlive. وطبعًا اللي حابب يفوت يحكي دعوة عامة للجميع. الlive الرابط الإستوديو موجود، اللي بحب يفوت يحكي أهلا وسهلا. بس أنا حابب أحكي عن الشيء اللي أنا شايفه وإحساسي بالموضوع أو رأيي بالموضوع، رأي شخصي طبعًا وما باقدر بافرضه على حدا بنوب. So I wanna talk about what I see happening, and it's my own opinion, and I have no right to force my opinion on anybody, but I want some people to know where I stand on these issues and also what's my, if I can say, my 2 cents for those people who are thinking to protest or not thinking to protest. Uh, okay. It's going to be really hard to do it in Arabic and English. It's going to be really hard to do it in Arabic and English, but let's try. I will give it a try. If it works, it works. If it didn't work, it's fine. First, English. بعدين نرجع نحكي عربي. I received a message maybe 4 or 5 days ago, maybe more, from a person who said we have to organize a protest because a lot of parents are concerned about what's going on in the school, and they want to protest, or we want to organize a protest. And I know you're active in the community, so I thought to contact you. I said yes, thank you very much, and I do agree that people have every right to protest and say and speak their minds. So I believe everybody has a right to protest and to express their thoughts and their concern. So واحدة اتصلت معي وقالت إنه في عائلات وأمهات تحديدًا مزعوجين من الشيء اللي عم يصير بالمدارس وبدّن عم بيدعوا إنه نساووا مظاهرة مشان يحكوا عن هالشيء اللي عم يصير بالمدرسة متعلقة بالمثليين. فأنا قُلت لها رأيي الشخصي كل واحد بهالبلد الناس إلها حق تجتمع تتظاهر وتعبّر عن رأيها. هذا الشيء مو بس بيضمنه القانون، بس هذا شيء حق من حقوقنا كمواطنين. طبعًا رسالتي إلها أو ردي عليها كان إنه أي واحد الناس إلها حق تتظاهر وتعبّر عن رأيها، هذا كان الرد. بس بعدين اللي أنا صرت شوفه رسائل، يعني طبعًا نحن متل ما بنعرف for the last 15 من الشهر الماضي لهلّأ عم نشوف رسائل كتير على الواتساب وعلى السوشيال ميديا يعني هي فترة الانتخابات. إلها علاقة بموضوع المدارس وشو عم يصير بالمدارس، موضوع الLGBTQ أو والPride month. So as we know, last month there was an election season in Alberta. So there was a lot of debate over so many issues, but only one issue dominate the conversation within the Muslim community, as far as I know. Or I shouldn't say all Muslim community, some Muslim community members. So from here onward, if I say Muslim community, I mean some Muslim communities, not all Muslim community, but some Muslim communities. Maybe above average, maybe. But so don't hold me to the word. I'm saying Muslims. I'm saying if I say Muslim, I mean good portion of the Muslim community or some Muslim community members in Calgary. So uh, during the election time, there was only one issue dominate the talk and the conversation about elections. And I remember vividly hearing it from few members. It's all about supporting one UCP party. Let's spit it out. You have to support the UCP party if you don't want your kids to become gay. That exact message, simple, straightforward, in one word. I heard it, and that's what really the title of the debate within Muslim community in Calgary. So anyway, مثل ما حكينا الأسبوع if يعني أوكي حاني أوكي عربي أوكي عربي English I really don't know, but we have to start somewhere. لازم نبلش somewhere. About the organizations. Okay, just bear with me please. I really okay. يعني راح تكون صعبة عربي English. It really is going to be hard in عربي إنجليزي. It's going to be hard لأنه Okay, let me hold on please 1 second. Just bear with me please 1 second. إذا حدا عنده تعليق بيبعتوا لي إياه. بلش خير Arabic 2. Just bear with me please. I might have to cancel broadcast somewhere. Just خليكم معي دقيقتين بس لتشوف شو عم يصير هون لأنه بجوز cancel. Okay, I think I'm good. Okay, أنا بالعربي and إنجليزي at the same time. I don't think this is gonna work. Okay. English is okay. Bilal. Yes, okay. English is okay. يا شباب. يا شباب. Okay, I think I'm gonna, you know what? Sorry, but I think I'm gonna do it in English and Arabic. Listen to me, guys. So last month, election literally put a lot of people on fire. Okay, so كان في عنا elections. الناس كلها تحمست وتحفزت بدها يعني تشارك بالانتخابات، لانه بصراحه مثل ما حكينا كان في موضوع واحد ومحدد، هو يعني موضوع واحد هو اللي كان استحوذ على اهتمام كتير يعني أولياء الأمور، هو موضوع الPride Month والLGBTQ related issue بالمدارس، تحديدًا بالمدارس يعني. يعني الرسائل اللي صارت تصلنا أنا برأيي هي رسائل يعني بتبث رعب وخوف بقلوب الأهالي، إنه مشان هيك لازم يعني تتخذوا قراركم وتصوتوا آآ آآ وتصوتوا للحزب الزرق مثل ما إحنا بنسميه اللي هو حزب المحافظين، لأنه حزب المحافظين هو راح يعني يكون خيارنا الأفضل لنحمي أطفالنا. طبعًا سمعنا بعض الأئمة الإمامز يعني يحكوا إنه الأفضل يعني هو بالنتيجة الإمامز رأيه أو أحد الأئمة يعني الأئمة وليس كلهم، قالوا يعني والله أعلم إنه إذا بتصوتوا للUCP أفضل لأولادكم للمستقبل. بمعنى آخر يعني رجل الدين قرر إنه سياسيًا إنه نحن كمسلمين لازم نصوت لحزب الUCP. So this is all fine and dandy. Both work, brother. Okay, thank you very much. موضوع كتير tough و I don't know how to address it لأنه بصراحة مثل ما حكيت يعني مع بعض العالم it's hard to do this topic. It's gonna be يعني it's gonna be problems. It's gonna be problems no matter what I say. It's gonna be a problem for some and a problem for the other. Regardless يا شباب, I have to speak up my mind about this issue لأنه I really feel danger. أنا لازم أعبر عن رأيي وأحكي بهذا الموضوع لأني فعلا حاسس بخطر، خطر حقيقي. I really feel a serious danger in the direction of this quote unquote movement in Calgary. أنا فعلا شاعر بالخطر بالاتجاه اللي ماشي في خلينا نسميها يعني هالحركة الجديدة اللي عم نشاهدها بكالجري. الأهل parents parents have every right to protest and to address their concerns and to be um, uh, I don't want to say afraid, but to be very concerned about what been taught in the school for their children. I think this is a God-given right for parents to feel they are the sole responsible to raise their kids. أنا يعني مؤمن تماما بأنه الأهل هم الجهة الوحيدة المخولة لتعليم الأطفال المبادئ وخاصة فيما يتعلق بالأشياء الأساسية عندهم. الأهل عندهم حق يخافوا على أولادهم، الأهل عندهم حق يتدخلوا شو عم يصير مع أولادهم، الأهل عندهم حق يعرفوا شو عم يتدرس بالمدارس وشو عم يتعلمون بالمدارس. So just because parents have every right to know that what's going on in the school, also parents have to, or at least need to have that trust in school system. الأهل بحاجة يشعروا بالثقة في العلاقة ما بين الأهل والschool. So trust between parents and school, it's a must. Any actions that gonna affect that trust between the two parties, between the families or between the parents and the school, it's a very, very unacceptable and it's very dangerous and we're all gonna lose if people start not trusting the school system. So أي شيء ممكن يصير بيأثر على هالثقة ما بين الأهل والمدرسة رح يخلق مشكلة أكبر ويساوي يعني خطورة أكثر على تربية الطفل وتربية الأطفال. So بالانتخابات last month election, or since the beginning of May till the election was over, as I said, LGBTQ plus two, whatever the case, I'm sorry, I don't know the whole words, but I'm going to say LGBTQ. Uh, uh, People, especially the Muslim community, somehow, we start to see a lot of messages on social media asking Muslim communities members to boycott the schools on June 1st because it's the beginning of the Pride month. Okay, so الشهر الماضي كان في كتير حملة مركزة على صفحات السوشيال ميديا تدعو الأهل بعدم إرسال أولادهم للمدارس بجون فيرست، إنه ما تروحوا على المدارس يا أولاد، قاطعوا جون فيرست، نوع من البروتست، نوع من يعني من الاعتراض على الضغط على على الناس، على الأطفال، إنه يتعلموا ثقافة أو ideology أو يوقفوا للعلم أو يجيبوا الألوان اللي لها علاقة بالمجتمع المثليين LGBT. فأنا بصراحة from the way I saw it, there was a lot of, I mean, seriously, social media was bombarded by this issue. Okay, two issues. Vote UCB if you want to protect your kids. Vote conservative if you want to protest, condemn NDP if you even think about the party. So what I'm trying to say here, and stay in the middle, and everybody knows I have a very conservative views on so many issues in Alberta. Somehow the message was so clear. If you are a Muslim, you have to vote UCP if you want to protect your kids. Okay. So imagine this, anybody who hearing this, they will have two choices. Either they're to protect my kids, that means I have to vote UCP. Or if I want to go to the other party, that means I'm not even a good Muslim if I go to the other party. Or I'm not even I don't care about my kids. So I really think the message was put out, it's very dangerous. So الشهر الماضي مثل ما حكينا الرسالة كانت كتير واضحة على السوشيال ميديا. إذا أنت خايف على مستقبل أولادك لازم تصوت للحزب المحافظين، لأنه هدول اللي راح يحفظوا مستقبل أولادنا. أوكي، فإذا أنت يعني انحطيت أنت بخيار، يا أما أنت يا اما انت بتخاف على اولادك وبالتالي لازم تصوت للحزب المحافظين UCP، او انه انت ما بتخاف على اولادك، او بجوز حتى انت ما حتى تكون اذا مسلم، يعني اذا بدك انت تفكر انه تنتخب الحزب الثاني NDP، معناته انت اسلامك صار مشكوك فيه. يعني ليش؟ لانه حزب NDP يعني عنده سياسه اكثر انفتاحا لموضوع المثليه. اوكي، وانا بس لحتى الجديد allow me to say this first in English, then I go switch back to Arabic. And I'm sorry about those who watch me in English and then I go to Arabic, but I want to speak to both segments. Let's remember about the gay straight alliance. Gay straight alliance, those who know what I'm talking about, it was Jim Prentice baby, and Jim Prentice cabinet passed it and passed it in the legislature unanimously. Nobody voted against it. So gay straight alliances was a choice of Albertans under the umbrella of the Conservative Party. اوكي، هاي رقم واحد. اللي بيحكوا على الGSA A يعني Gay Straight Alliance هدول في كلابس بيسموهم كلابات. الكلابات يعني بالمدارس في شيء اسمه النوادي، يعني نوادي math clubs, sport clubs, Muslim student clubs, Gay Alliance club. هذا واحد انضاف جديد بعهد الحكومة المحافظين بزعامة جيم برانتس، هو اللي ضافها. هاي الحكومة المحافظين هن اللي ضافوا على المدارس هذا الجي اس اي. فمو مو الان دي بي، الكونسرفاتيف هل يضافوها، ومر القرار بدون اي اعتراض، وصار الامر مطبق بالمدارس انه كل مدرسه بحق لهم يسووا جروبات لحتى يدعموا. انت بدك مثلا تدعم مسلمين، ممكن تسوي كلاب للمسلمز، ممكن تسوي كلاب للبلاك بيبل، ممكن تسوي للماث، للهيستوري. يعني بكل مدرسه في 20 30 35 كلاب. واحد منهم هو اسمه Gay Straight Alliances Alliance، يعني كلب المثليين والمستقيمين، ما بعرف شلون نترجمها. وقت اجى الحزب، بس شو كان حاطط اليو سي بي؟ كان في يعني احد شروط التاسيس او شروط الانتساب لهذه الكلبات انه كان لازم اذا الولد بده يروح ينتسب لهدول الكلبات كان لازم المدرسه تخبر الاهل. اوكي. So it was mandatory for the school to inform parents if the kids want to join the GSA. اوكي. هذا فحزب المحافظين هو اللي قال راح نسوي نوادي كلبات بالمدارس للجاي ستريت الاينس، يعني للجاي يعني شو المثليين والغير مثليين، نسوي لهم كلبات. فكل واحد بده يحكي على الجاي بيروح بينتسب لهالنادي هذا بالمدرسه، ما حدا له معه دعوه. بس حط الحزب المحافظ شرط انه لازم المدرسه تخبر الاهل اذا بس ابنهم يحضر هالدروس هاي. اوكي. وقت اجى حزب الان دي بي، اوكي، قام شو سوى؟ لغى the conditions that the NDP deleted or lifted, that school has to inform the parents, يعني mandatory informing the parents. فهون صار يعني كثير الناس ضاجت انه انا لا بدي اعرف اذا ابني راح يروح. انا اذا ابني بالمدرسه وبده يروح على هالنوادي هاي فانا من حقي اعرف. فالان دي بي شو سوى؟ قال انه لا، ما في داعي تخبروا الاهل. الحزب المحافظين قال لازم تخبروا الاهل. بس اللي دخل هاللا او يعني هالنو تشينجز تو ذا سيستم، اللي دخله هو الحزب المحافظ. هلا ليش انا عم بحكي سياسه ودين وكذا وما بعرف شو، يعني مضوع الدين. why I'm talking politics, I'm talking religion, I'm talking communities, I'm talking angers, I'm talking LGBTQ, because really it's getting too crazy now. أنا برأيي it's getting too crazy. We are mixing our faith with our political allegiance. We are mixing our intention to protect and preserve our culture with our political beliefs. السياسة والدين سلاح خطير. Religion and politics, it's a very dangerous mix. And we are literally mixing a very dangerous mix in these days in Calgary under the banners of protecting our children's, okay, protecting our children's, or protecting our freedoms. Okay, so the message is it's really mixed. Is it protecting our children or is it protecting our freedoms? I don't know. I think every day we have a new title for the protest tomorrow. So اللي عم بقوله انه مزج الدين او المشاعر الدينيه والسياسه خلطه خطيره. ديننا هذا شيء مهما حصل نعتز فيه. And we are proud Muslim first. Okay, so ما حدا يزاود على الثاني، ما حدا يكفر وانت part time Muslim وانت half Muslims وانت little Muslim وانت sort of Muslim. ما حدا له حق. Nobody has a right to tell the other person if you are a full Muslims, part-time Muslims, partial Muslims, or semi-Muslims. Okay, so please, all these smart people out there who trying to manipulate our emotions between religion and politics, stop doing this. I know you're hurting nobody but us. So كل واحد عم يحاول يمزج بكلامه الخلط السياسي والديني برسالة مغلفة، ويقول لك إذا أنت ما بتشوف الدنيا مثل ما أنا شايفها فأنت مالك مسلم، أنت ربع مسلم، أنت شبه مسلم، يعني أنت مسلم ومالك مسلم. فهاد خلينا نتفق عليها، ما حدا له الحق يعطي رأيه بالآخرين ويكفر على كيفه ويساوي إنسان صالح على كيفه ويساوي إنسان غير صالح على كيفه. This, please guys, let's be so careful, because our faith as a Muslims and our political systems literally at the very dangerous spot, and some people knowingly or unknowingly, literally they are taking this community to on a very dangerous path. يا شباب، يا سيدات، أرجوكم ما حدا يلعب على مشاعر الدين ومشاعر السياسي لحتى يعبر عن رأيه هو بالطريقة اللي هو شايفها. يعني ما بصير واحد شايف الدنيا هيك بهذا منظاره يفرضه على الآخرين. مثل أنا ما لي حق أرجيك الدنيا مثل ما أنا شايفها، ولا أنت لك حق تفرض عليك. أنت لك تعبر عن نفسك فقط. أما تدعي الصلاح وتدعي الإيمان وترفضه على الآخرين وتشكك بالآخرين لمجرد أنه خالفوك الرأي، لمجرد أنه خالفوك الرأي، أنا بس راح أقول لهذا اللي بيحكي بهالنفس هاد، فكر معي، وليش عنا 4 مذاهب كسنة؟ ليش؟ شو معناته أنه عنا 4 مذاهب؟ What does it mean to have 4 Muslims مذهب? It means people see things in a different way. Okay? See things in a different way. I understand the issue of homosexuality. It's very clear in our faith. يعني نحن كمسلمين, as a Muslims, we have very clear understanding and clear message where Muslim should stand from the issue of بقول يعني في عنا آية كاملة على قوم لوط, but where in general where it stands and homosexuality. So we are, as a Muslims, we abide by the teaching of Quran and the teaching of Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. But that doesn't mean I only one that I see it, and if I see it differently, that means okay, you are part-time Muslims or semi-Muslims, or maybe you're not Muslim, period. Okay, so if I have a different argument about the same topic, please do not try to take my Islam away from me, because just it happens you have more fanatic views, or more, maybe you're radicals, I don't know, but we can I don't want to make it like sound like too harsh on us, because really the issues here is not about faith, is not about religion, is not about politics only. So القصة هلا مو الحديث والله عن الدين ولا الحديث عن السياسة، الحديث عن مزج السياسة والدين في هالبلد العلماني. So it's about the danger of playing with fire by putting religion and politics in a secular country. What I mean by secular country, a country that has laws and has a charter, we have a charters of rights. All Canadians lives under the same laws. Okay, so there is no laws for Muslims and laws for LGBTQs and laws for black and laws for whites. It's one law for everything and everyone. So whether we agree that we live in this country under the law of the land or under the Sharia law, we have to pick. We have to pick. You can't even say, I want to have it both ways. That doesn't mean that the laws of the land and the Sharia contradicts. No. but don't play it that way. So نحن كمواطنين all Canadian كل الكنديين عايشين في هالبلد عايشين تحت سقف القانون. القانون نفسه بيطبق على المسلمز، بيطبق على المثلي، بيطبق على البلاك، بيطبق على الابيض، بيطبق على الاحمر، على الاسود الذي هو. فهي البلد علمانيه محكومه بالقوانين الموضوعه في هالبلد وليس محكومه بالشريعه الاسلاميه. هي رقم واحد. نحن يعني I'm sorry but I want to remind you of this. Okay, I know so many of you and all of us, we are proud Muslims and we have our own laws and we have our own beliefs and all this stuff, but we have to understand our limitations. لازم نفهم ونتقبل ونستوعب حدودنا كمسلمين، مثل ما اليهودي لازم يقبل ويفهم ويعرف حدوده، مثل ما الهندوسي، مثل ما الكريستيان، مثل كذا. إيمانك شيء خاص فيك في هالبلد. Your belief. Okay, Mahmoud Mora, just let me finish. I know you want. I'm sure, that's why I put the link. So stay there. Let me finish my statement and don't go, please, because you're the person I want to talk to. Okay. Okay. So don't. So when it don't. Now you see, I lost my thoughts, straight thought, but that's okay. Just give me a minute. So Mahmoud Mora with me in the studio, and I'm sure he have a lot to say. But I told him, just wait, let me finish my part and then we can debate. So this is a secular country. هاي بلد علماني وليس بلد ديني. كلاتنا عايشين تحت سقف القانون وليس تحت سقف الشريعة الإسلامية. هذا مو معناته انه نحن والله يعني لما لنا نتقبل الشريعة الإسلامية ولا نحن ما لنا يعني proud to be a Muslim, but نحن we choose. I choose to leave a Muslim country and come to Canada, so I have to live by the rules of the land. Okay, هلا because محمود مرة هون, so we're gonna بتقول يعني speed up the intro مشان يصير الكلام يعني أكثر يعني حميمية. So I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna just finish. Mahmoud, just bear with me because I want to talk specifically about tomorrow. محمود قلت له طول بالك عليه مشان خلص هالكلمتين بعدين ندخل الأخ محمود. لأنه أنا متأكد أنا والأخ محمود راح يكون عندنا الكلام يعني حامي مثل ما تقول يعني معركة كلامية حامة الوطيس, لأنه نحن اثنين يعني we are passionate people, so I think the conversation is going to be very interesting. So anyway, I really think this movement of tomorrow was literally hijacked by a very dangerous ideology. That's how I see it. It's hard for me to see tomorrow Muslims and right-wing fanatics standing hand in hand and one line protesting their freedoms, okay, which is, it's a legit concern that everybody has their concern and need to be heard. But أنا برأيي هالmovement هاي تبع tomorrow, that fear, the parents fear, يعني هالخوف الموجود عند الأبهات وعند بعض العوائل, على قد ما هو حقيقي ومزبوط وكونسيرن, but على قد ما هو politically motivated. يعني هذا الخوف انا وانت بنشوفه خوف حقيقي, وانا فعلا عندي مشكله مع انه كيف المدرسه بتساوي هيك مع ابني وما بتقول لي, كيف هيك المدرسه بتعلم ابني وما بتقول لي. هذا كلياته legit concern, هذا كلياته يعني يعني احساس وشعور 100 beautiful and you have every right, but بدك تقول لي انه ما في دوافع politically يعني motivated. I want محمود مرة هلا بس he gonna join us to explain to me why he and he beloved right-wingers are hand in hand. I don't know if they are kissing each other, but hand in hand tomorrow they're going to be protesting against something that it has so many titles. على المجموعات الإسلامية العربية بيقولوا احموا أطفالكم, دافعوا عن, انشروا الإسلام, امنعوا كذا, دافعوا كذا. هي الصفحات العربية. والصفحات الإنجليزية freedom of choice, protect your child, leave my kids alone and all this stuff. I really think انا برايي الجاليه الاسلاميه بكندا بكالجري ماشي بطريق خطر. انا برايي ماشي بطريق خطر. انا برايي في كتير كنديين ضد البرايد مانث. Okay, so let's not kid ourselves. There's a lot of Canadians who are against all activities in the schools related to a Pride Month. We all know this. We all know this. But still, okay, they are trying to fight it in their own ways. Except this time, who's taking the lead is the Muslim community. Who's taking the lead is the Muslim community. And who are the Muslim community is the most oppressed people in Canada, in my opinion. One of the most oppressed communities in Canada are the Muslims in Canada. But yet, those are the oppressed are literally being viewed by others now, or they are the one who trying to oppress other minorities to exercise their rights that given by the laws. So I really think this playing communities against communities, يعني انه والله تلعب انت بالاقليات تطحنهم ببعض، المسلم ضد المثلي والمثلي ضد الاحمر والاسود ضد الابيض، وهالامور هي لعبه سياسيه. And we all know this. اللي رايح بكره for the protest before my Mahmoud Murra join me, and I know he's going to be ready, and anybody else involved, anybody else want to join in, by all means. Before I say this, I really think tomorrow, whomever going to go to the protest, and maybe I go myself to just watch and witness and maybe broadcast as well. I'm just going to be there to see. As a part of the Muslim community, I want to know what's going on with the Muslim community. So being there, that doesn't mean I approve it. Not being there, that doesn't mean I disagree with everything that the people are saying. But what I'm trying to say, be careful tomorrow. All the eyes on this group of people. كل العيون على هالسبوت tomorrow. في ناس عم تستنانا على غلطة. And I think Mahmoud Murra can agree to that. There is a lot of eyes on you guys for any stupid mistakes, for any rational slogan that gonna come out. I'm just gonna say, name only one thing. I'm just gonna name one thing. رح بسمي واحدة. Mahmoud is he knows it. I know Mahmoud wasn't here. When we had a protest, كنا عم نسوي protest بالdowntown مشان فلسطين last year or 2 years ago. We were doing a protest for Palestine. يعني everybody really want to help Palestinian, and we were just supporting Palestinian cause. Al-Aqsa. And then one of the protesters, a young cop, out of the blue, he grabbed the microphone and started to say the slogan, خيبر خيبر يا يهود, blah blah blah. راح يكمل. Okay, and we know this هذا الهتاف خيبر خيبر يا يهود, it was used, يعني كان يستعمل كثيرا بالدعايه ضد المسلمين، وانه او بالاحرى ضد الرايت وينج، يعني بالاسلاموفوبيك كان يستعمل انه شوفوا هدول المسلمين كيف لحد الان عم بيقولوا ديروا بالكم يا يهود، خيبر يا خيبر خيبر يا يهود. anyway ليش ذكرت لكم القصه؟ هذا الشاب الولد سمعانا من التلفزيون، بجوز كان ببلد عم بيسمعها، جاي لهون عم بيحكي وما انا عرفان، يعني هو عم بيهتف ما انا عرفان، والمنظمين اللي موجودين على الحفل they don't even understand this عربي، فهذا عم بيهتف على كيفه، والمنظمين ما عارفين شو معناتها، عرفتي كيف؟ ومثل بيقولوا يعني كل الامور كلها ماشيه، و all what it takes، كل موضوع يتاخذ بكره يعني عفوا مؤاخذه هتاف معارض، يعني اللي بتقول انه نحن ماشيين بخطر. We are really walking on a very dangerous path. You have a right to protest, but you have to understand exactly where you're at and what's your limit when it comes to your freedom and other people's freedom. Okay, Mahmoud Murra, you're going to be with me here. Are you ready, guys? Okay, so before Mahmoud Murra, because I don't feel like I want to force my opinion on you, but really I want Mahmoud Murra to join me now. But I don't feel, Mahmoud, I don't feel like I said what I want to say, but I have to respect you being on the live here. So I'm going to just invite you in. Wish us luck, good luck. جيبونا محارم مشان تمسيح الدم.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Sam, as usual, on the other side. I was here, just, Anta, you meant me was a partially Muslim and part-time Muslim. Just to correct you in one thing. And as a Muslim, yes, we're allowed to judge. We're allowed to say part-time and more than that. في بسورة المائدة أكثر من آية للي بيحب يعرفها. ومن لم يحكم بما أنزل الله فأولئك الفاسقون، بمطرح تاني أولئك الكافرون، وبمطرح تالي الظالمون. So
so that means we all فاسقون and we all
No, I
ظالمون.
didn't say that. I didn't say. No, أنا خليني أشرح لك.
No, hold on. I want you to speak in English because a lot of people follow you in English, and you cause a lot of trouble for this community yourself, Mahmoud.
No, because you were saying in Arabic, brother. You weren't saying English.
No, I want to say Arabic and English. So go ahead.
Okay. So yes, according the rules of Islam, it's not something I could apply or you could apply. So we don't eat pork. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us not to eat pork. You don't drink alcohol because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told me not to drink alcohol. Not because Samura told me, Sam Namura told me not to do it. So, but if I drink alcohol, if I do drugs, you call me addict. You call me alcoholic. This is based on a normal human being.
That's fine.
That's a simple thing. If you're a Muslim and you do something against Islam, you don't tell me that's my opinion. So simple as it is. If you're a doctor, you go to the pharmacist, you could give a prescription, you get a paper, you could write on it with your name, you get the drugs. If I go to the pharmacist and I tell him I'm a doctor, and if I sign 1,000 papers, I'm not a doctor, I don't follow the rules, so regardless, I'm not a Muslim or I'm not a doctor. This is on the other side. Do I insist on saying part-time Muslim? Yes, there is a lot of them, and maybe I'm one of them too. So we have a lot of part-time Muslim. We pick and choose when we want to be Muslim, and we pick and choose when we don't want to be Muslim.
Let's talk about tomorrow.
Sorry? Okay, this is about one point. In regard of the right-wing people, I'll be honest with you, as a Muslims, and again, our job to build the bridges, not to build walls. So we should build the bridges of communication. That fear tactic was anyone, Sam, was the conservative, was the liberal, was NDP. We're not here to build walls. We cannot isolate ourselves from reality. Tomorrow, we started this thing because more than 7 Muslim kids here in Calgary, and you must know about some of the Syrian kids who were humiliated in class when the teacher makes them stand beside the wall in front of the door when all his kids' friends sat down except that kid because he come to the Pride Day to the school. This happened here. A lot of people trying to cover it up. In Edmonton, Mansour kid, the video was out. The kid was smart to record that video. We all heard it. That was the embarrassment of the kids. Alhamdulillah, the Muslim community in Edmonton, they didn't do nothing. A lot of the Muslim humanitarian here in Calgary who act and fight for a human right were so silent about it. As this is acceptable for 9 years old to face such a challenge, I don't think if you have a son or a daughter, you would allow it happening to your kid. If he decide not to come to the class peacefully, he didn't say anything, he didn't make any statement. A lot of the kids, when we in Ottawa, they sent this letter not to send the kids on June 1st.
Yeah, okay.
So, alhamdulillah, a lot of the kids come.
Mahmoud, no, hold on. But the school, let's also say the school literally issued a statement saying what the teacher did was wrong, and there's going to be a review of her performance.
Did you read?
But anyway, hold on.
Did you read the letter?
Did the school?
I have the letter. Did you read the letter?
No, I didn't read. I didn't read your letter, but no, actually, you know what? I read the letter. The letter. Okay, and it says this is doesn't represent the views of the schools, right? So the schools, the principals already reply, and the teachers now, it's not like she's not being dismissed, but she's also being reviewed. So what I'm trying to say, one teacher did this, that doesn't mean the school is doing this to all kids.
And Griffin School is happening today here in Calgary, and happened in another school in Edmonton. This is because one video we caught and reach out publicly, went to trend in the social media. Maybe the teacher was reviewed and stuff. I'll be honest with you, if you want to tell me, I send my kids to school to say he's a girl in a boy body or a boy in a girl body, this doesn't make sense. If you send your kid to school about the GSA in 2016, when the NDP made it mandatory for people who goes to GSA on the teacher, a janitor in school could know the sexual identity of your kids, and you're not allowed to know. Okay, yes, the conservative implemented the thing, but
I want to hear it again.
Yeah, sorry.
Who introduced this GSA to the school?
Conservative did, and they did it as a GSA club. If kids want to join, they could join, because the conservative are a freedom of a choice. You can be whoever you want to be, but they don't fight you. They don't push you. You want to be gay, by all means, you could be. You want to be lesbian, by all means, you could be. You want to be straight, by all means. But they still gave the right to the parent, because conservatives are pro-life. They're not pro-abortion. They want, if the parent have kids, they could have kids. They're against abortion, that's a different topic. So for those people who doesn't have kids in the first place or against abortion, they have no right to come implement ideas into my kid's mind. They have no right to come.
Of course not. Of course not. Nobody had the right. We're not. But what you're trying to say, this is not about your kids. It's not about the kids already. This is about the right of my right and your right and the other people's right.
Can I ask you a question here?
No, hold on. Do you agree that we all have equal rights?
Not when it comes to our kids.
Okay, so anybody in this country can say, "Oh, because of my kids." Everybody. I mean, if
what
you want to
apply,
right? Hold on.
Explain what kind of right you're talking about.
Hold on. Do you agree that we all equal in this country under the laws?
We all
or we have
absolutely.
laws for Muslims and we have laws for non-Muslims.
No. Let's just correct yourself here. What kind of right we're talking about? I'm talking about the kids. So when it comes
I'm talking about the law. Is the law applied to all of us?
It should be. That's what's the beauty about this law.
So your right as equal, your right is equal to anybody else's right in this country. True or not?
Absolutely. I have no problem with that.
Okay. So when we have, do you think we're a Muslim? Do you think we're a minorities or we're just like, we can do whatever we want?
We're Canadian. I don't believe we're minority.
You're not, you were Canadian.
I don't feel I'm victimized like you guys keep playing that card, with all respect.
Oh, so you're not being victimized. Like if somebody, so if you have, when you have a long beard, nothing happened to you?
No, never, nothing any happened to me, honestly.
Not even what your customers were trying. Just Mahmoud Murra, this is the question. When you have your long beard, everything was hunky-dory, or you felt like a little bit being judged by how you look?
I've been judged by Muslims sometime and some other people more than I judge by Canadian. So this happened.
If your wife, who's wearing the hijab, walked in a Marlboro Mall or walked into whatever mall, okay, are you telling me that when a hijabi woman or hijabi African Muslim lady walked in a mall, she doesn't feel like she's been discriminated or been picked up on because she's just Canadian? Or you think there is a targeting?
Let me answer, but you ask a question. So I'm telling you, my experience, I never witnessed it myself. My wife, she never told me anything that happened to her. I heard from some friend of mine that they face some challenges. I heard a lot of stories, but did I face it myself? Honestly, no. I'm not gonna.
Is Islamophobia real or fake?
You're not gonna like my answer. I believe it does exist, but not to the extent level we exaggerate it. There is some Islamophobia, yes, absolutely. That mosque I seen in the army base, something huge. To have a mosque for a training facility, it's not right.
So is Arthur Pawlowski, is he Islamophobic?
Yes, he is somehow. I like the guy still.
No, I know you like the guy. You're going to be protesting tomorrow together or with his friends at the same spot tomorrow. So are you okay with Arthur Pawlowski protesting for the same cause today, and tomorrow he has another protest against you as a Muslim?
I never seen him protesting against me. He has some statement against us Muslim, which is, I heard a lot of it. Do I agree with it? Absolutely no. And there's a lot of Muslim actually say statement against Muslim. Differences happen between brothers. Sometimes we could have it. So it doesn't mean that we have to be enemy. We could still argue and have differences like you and I. Are we on the same page all the time? Absolutely no.
Absolutely
we could still talk to each other. So doesn't mean that we have to agree on everything or fight about everything. So some stuff I don't agree. When someone talk about my religion, absolutely I can't respect it. I can't accept it, and I show my rejection. But in the same time, when there's common ground that we could talk about something could give benefit to our community, to our society, to our country, I will be standing there to support that benefit and stand for it and get it back to our people.
So what you're saying is what happened tomorrow, in your opinion, Mahmoud? I personally, I really think personally, Mahmoud, you took this issue, and don't get me, I don't want to sound like I'm personally.
Could you say in English, please, because you're mixing up. If you want me to speak in English, so you speak in English.
No, I want English. I want English.
Don't go back to Arabic.
Tomorrow, I mean, we can talk about Arabic all long, but we want to talk English because I really think you brought this issue from being an issue that we're trying to find ways to overcome or to work with or to create some dialogues. So at least we address the right of parents for Muslim parents in the schools. We try to bring the dialogue into in I would say a civil dialogues. You brought it into the street with anger. You literally create fear in the heart and the mind of so many Muslim parents. You, Mahmoud, by exaggerating this topic and also diverting the whole conversation about the fear of the parents into put it into some political gain. I think you did this and in good intention, because in your mind you want the best for the country, and in your mind for our community, and your mind is the best for our community is to be with the party that you belong to. So
Okay. So
literally you played both cards,
are you
religion
asking and
and politics.
answering yourself, bro, or is this a question for me to answer?
No, I'm throwing it all at you so you can answer.
Because, like, honestly, I got lost with all the one question. Let me tell you one thing. Actually, I guess you're not watching the news properly. What happened in Ottawa and what happened all over in New Brunswick, I don't think there was Muslim there to protest and to do what they did in New Brunswick. So what happened in Ottawa is the Muslim community went hand in hand, and one Muslim lady was raising the flag of the diagonal flag, and she doesn't know what's the mean behind it, and maybe as well you don't know. So this is something big for us Muslim to come hand in hand in Ottawa. Was a huge. Come back to Calgary. When I called for the protest, not because I was planning or I invite or I want the take back Alberta or the right wing you're calling them and stuff, which is I call them my brother, my fellow Canadian brother, same as the LGBT, same as any other community. We all brothers under the law, under the flag of Canada. We have one flag to raise, it's the Canadian flag, and to work for an Albertan flag. So come back to Calgary. When we decide to raise our voice, when I heard there's some victimized kids here in Calgary, and some people, they trying to tell the parents stay low because they don't want to embarrass the Pride months and stuff, and try to swallow it. And they told those parents to keep it low, don't report it, like the same kids that happened in Edmonton. And this has been ongoing. I have youngest daughter, she's 7 years old. My son want to go to high school here. I'm a bit worried. I was homeschooling. We decide to raise our voice. It's a freedom of choice. Let the parent decide what they want for their kid, because to have those kids was the parent choice in the first place. No one has the right to come involved into my kid's life or my education of my kids and stuff. Up till 18 years old, when he's old enough, he could decide. When he cannot vote, less than 18, when he cannot drink alcohol, less than 18, when he cannot have tattoo, when he's less than 18, he shouldn't be exposed to such a thing about genders and all the other stuff. When my 9 years old daughter, someone want to tell her she's wearing hijab because she was oppressed, I took her right, I took her infant, her kids' right and stuff like this, and they give the right to a 5 years old girl to decide she want to become a boy when she's a girl, or a boy to become a girl when he's a boy. Doesn't make sense. This is not fair. This is not right. We're not here to invite the right wing to discuss what's the future of Trudeau
Well,
or the
there already
future
is.
of the province. We invite the right wing because they are people of God. Most of them are Anglican. Most of them, they follow church, or Jewish, they go to synagogue. They still are brother in humanity. We're not tomorrow going to send a message we're going to destroy or kill or do anything. It's a peaceful message to open an eye that there is issue. The same people who stood up in New Brunswick, stood in Ottawa, all over, that there's some issue here with the education system that taken place. Since the NDP implement that GSA has to be done without the parent approval, a janitor in school could know more stuff about my son, like I said earlier, more than I. This is not fair, and this is unacceptable.
Mahmoud, you are literally talking about every talking point of the political arenas, and you sugarcoated with Muslims fear and Muslims future, and come and let's try to protect our kids. You talk in politics, but you cover it with with religion, and that's what I'm trying to say is
With all respect, if you read one of my comments, to me, religion is politics. You want to say no, it's different, it's
But
poison.
listen,
That's your own idea. But to
the
me, I
minute you
believe
bring religion to the mix, we're all gonna lose, Mahmoud.
that's what you think.
This is a losing battles.
So, with all respect, you want to tell me when Sayyidina Muhammad sent one messenger to those people to convey a message, so he was doing politics or he was doing Islam?
Mahmoud, where do you live?
I live in Canada.
Oh, no, just define Canada's religion. What's Canada's? What's the religion of Canada?
I'm talking about my religion. I don't want to talk about Canada. I treat everybody with the respect, with the dignity and honesty, because I'm a human being who born as a Muslim. So Islam taught me a lot of stuff. Based on this, I deal with people based on my belief. You want to tell me, so now tomorrow I go to the bar because I'm in Canada, I'll drink
No, hold
alcohol?
on, Mahmoud. Okay, no, we can definitely. I mean, يعني I do respect what you're trying to say and your time, but I wanted to just maybe be more focused. So, are you telling me? That you as a Muslims, you like, you, how are you going to respond to somebody who said to you, if you feel this way and you follow that kind of way of thought, why are you in the secular countries? Why don't you go to a Muslim country, for example? So what are you going to say to that?
I don't understand
If you
what
are
you mean
so
by.
devout, okay,
So
Mahmoud,
can I ask you? Can I ask you something? No,
Mahmoud,
just I want to tell you what I'm gonna say.
answer my questions. I'll answer yours.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you go to a Muslim
Are they
country,
stopping
Mahmoud?
me from praying?
What?
Are they stopping me from praying, practicing in my religion?
No, they are not.
Okay, am I having my right?
You have all your rights.
Okay, so why shouldn't I be here?
Because you don't like it. You want to change
Who
it.
said I don't like it? I said it's a heaven
You
for
said,
me.
you
I
said,
never
you
said
said
I
the
don't
school.
like it.
You said this is like, you said this is the school is doing something is against what I
The
believe
school,
in,
I
and I
have
want
the
that to be
right.
changed.
Okay, with all respect, I have the right. The Carter right, the law, the land of the law gave me the right to protest and oppose what's happening to my kids in school and reject it. And that's what I'm doing tomorrow.
So are you protecting your kids, or you're forcing your views on other kids to see it the way you see it, Mahmoud?
Tomorrow, no, actually, I'm sending a message. Our kids should be protected. The way I
From
see it,
whom?
the way everybody who's going to show up in the protest tomorrow, I'm not going to an orientation and getting people to listen to me because they have to listen to me or because they're bored, they have nothing to do. Someone's going to put effort and goes to downtown. There's a lot of people coming. One person is coming like he's official from parent unions. There's parent of choice. There's a lot of people coming, not just right wing. I'm not sure why you guys turn it into right wing, and this is part of, I guess,
Mahmoud,
propaganda.
Mahmoud,
Let me finish.
sorry, Mahmoud. Don't you think what you said, it's that word by word, is from the mouth of Arthur Pawlowski?
What do you mean, Arthur Porowski? He's been in jail for the past 6 months, brother.
Talking about your kids, talking about your faith, talking about your right. Aren't you just like word by word by the most Islamophobic in the city of Calgary?
Honestly, I never heard them much except in the Freedom Rally when we were anti-vacciners going there. So I don't know. I never paid attention.
Sorry, we lost Mahmoud. Oh, okay, sorry.
No,
Mahmoud,
I
are you
didn't lose
here?
you. I didn't lose you. Yeah, I'm here. I'm
Okay,
here.
okay,
So no, I'm not copying Arthur Pawlowski or nothing. I'm not sure.
okay.
Maybe you heard him more than I did. So I don't know what you're
Of
talking
course,
about.
I hear you and I hear them. I hear all this because I'm worried about those people who cause
So
harm to
now
the
let me go
community,
back. You
like
were
Arthur
saying I'm
Pawlowski.
staying here because I do practice my religion freely. Nobody forced me. Nobody abused me, and I'm here in my own will. I could leave anytime I want, so I'm a free. The same laws that allow me to do all the things. He allow me to go protest downtown,
Yeah, allow you to
deliver a
protest, but
message, and
yeah,
deliver a message. And whoever wanted to come tomorrow, he's welcome. Who doesn't want to come, he's welcome as well. I can't force anybody to believe what we believe. There are a lot of speakers will be going there. People are sending message to protect their kids and
yes.
to open an eye for every politician out there, for every responsible leader, that there is issue in our society, our public system getting abused because, like, I cannot force my ideology as Muslim in a public school. Why someone else should be?
Okay. Do you think LGBTQ has any right in this country?
Yeah, absolutely. They could do whatever they want in their own bedroom.
Okay. So they have only right in their own rooms.
Well, do you have any more right to do private stuff in the street? So
No, no, no,
tomorrow,
no,
could you?
no. I just
I'm
want to
asking.
agree with you. I want to
Yeah.
agree with you. I'm not going to defend them, but I just want to be out as well. I just want to have a civil conversation. So
Yes.
LGBTQ people, they can do whatever they want to do
I have a
in
lot of
their.
customers. Just let me explain for you one thing. I have a
Yes.
lot of customers from LGBT community. I have
Right.
nothing against them. What they do behind their room, behind on the street, do whatever they want to do. Stay away from my kids.
Right. Okay.
There's
That's
no
fine.
simple.
So also Muslim, they can say, they can use the same argument, say the Muslim can do whatever they want to do in their homes, but they are not allowed to go to the public schools and try to tell the other student what to do, what not to do. Do we
We're
agree on
not.
this?
Yeah, we all agree. Do you see
Okay.
Muslim going to public school enforcing Muslim ideology?
No,
That's
no, I'm
fine.
not. I'm not against the Muslims. Don't get me wrong, but what I'm
No, you're
trying to
saying it,
say,
but I'm answering. I never seen any Muslim
no,
forcing ideology on others.
no. What you're saying is so correct on one thing. Parents has every right to know what's going on in school and have a saying of what's going on in school. When that teacher in Edmonton crossed the line, we all heard it, and thank God for the people who recorded this, or with the Griffin schools or whatever that schools here and there. But I'm going to tell you something. What we hear is, I'm not saying everything we hear is true. Just like everything you hear on your social media, that doesn't mean it's true. So not everything we hear is true, but what's happening in the city of Calgary, that's what's mattered to us. At least what's happening in the city of Calgary. So tomorrow, Mahmoud, you're doing a rally to ask for that. What exactly you want to accomplish? What's the title of your protest tomorrow?
Tomorrow, like we said, we are supporting the freedom of a choice. We respect each and everyone. We want our right to be respected. If my son doesn't want to attend the Pride Month, he doesn't want to attend the Pride Parade, whatever it is, he has the right not to attend. Doesn't matter. Believe in it, doesn't believe in it. That's his choice. Let him be. Let the kids be a kids.
Do you think the movement, or well, I don't want to say a movement, but if you want to call it a movement, do you think this rally somehow being manipulated by any political parties?
I don't think so. No.
Is your
Except by
political
you.
views, is your political views somehow has anything to do with what you are doing here, what you're trying to spreading?
No.
The message,
Only
the
my
message of
face.
love, the UCP love.
I love UCP. I still love UCP. I'm not going to change my mind. And I believe I love UCP because of my face, based on my face. You said don't mix religion with politics.
Yes.
Sorry, I can't. I have to. I still believe if NDP was in power, we won't be able to protest. One pastor went to a library when a queer was dancing in front of young kids. He got arrested after 3 days based on the city mayor request, and they charged the guy. And when he was assaulted, he was abused, Pastor Reamer, and the city came with the law. If any LGBT taken event in place, any protester not allowed to come with close to them within 200 meter or 1,000 meter. So I believe if NDP was in power, same regulation would have happened tomorrow. Thank God they didn't win.
Okay, Mahmoud, my concern is this. I really think you take an issue that it's important to all Canadian, which is this Pride Month and what comes inside the all the activities in Pride Month. Some Canadians agree, some they don't, and you give it a twist and made it sound like a Muslim issue. It's not a Muslim issue,
It is a
and
Muslim issue.
that's what I'm trying to
It is
say.
a
Is
Muslim issue. With
it's
all
a
respect, you
Canadian
were reading
issue,
the
but
phone.
it's
The question who came to you,
no,
maybe you
no,
should read it one more time. It is a Muslim issue.
no. It's a Muslim issue, but this is a Canadian issue, which is as a
It's a
civil
Canadian
society.
Muslim issue. It's here the
No,
interest came in between.
why you brought the religion right into it? Why tomorrow the headline is going to be Muslims of Calgary protesting? Don't you think that's what's going to happen tomorrow?
So when I called for a protest for Palestine under YYC, by the way, that kid who was screaming Allahu Akbar, whatever in Yahudi, I was there.
Yeah,
I'm the one
yeah.
who ran to him, and if you forgot, I remind
No, that
you.
was the second time. The
Two
first time you
times,
were
and
not
so
even there.
anyways, regardless. Anyways,
Yes.
so who ran it then? Wasn't YYC Muslims?
No, no, that
So
was the YYC Muslim for
so what's
Palestine.
the big deal if YYC Muslim ran for Palestine can't run
Who
for
said it's a YY
for
Muslim? It's
for
no.
for
This
for,
is
for, for Muslim kids protection?
well.
How do they
I'm reading here. No. I'm reading here about it's a true as Canadian something whatever organization. I don't know who that organization saying it's a Calgarian
Canadian for
gathering
truth?
tomorrow.
Yeah, Canadian for truth.
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot
Canadian.
of people.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
the
I
big
don't know.
deal?
I mean, so many. My goodness, so many right wings groups you're in. I'm
What's
so
the big
proud of
deal?
you, Mahmoud.
But there's a
Yeah,
lot of Muslims. What is Jewish?
yeah.
I mean, one of the speakers is going to be Jewish tomorrow. One of speaker Imam. So why not? How come interface only good for gay and lesbian, but they're not good for Jewish and Christian?
Mahmoud, this is a
I'm
matter,
asking you
and
a question. Could you answer me? How come were you
go
guys
ahead.
promoting so much when you
Yes,
brought the LGBT representative to Akram Jum'ah? You were
yes,
there, Sayama
yes.
Jamal there,
Well, you were
and you
there. You
guys
were there too.
raised the flags, Allah for unity and equality and whatever that thing. How
No,
come there
that's.
where you're allowed to say that stuff, but for me it's not allowed to bring Jewish and Christian and to protect our kids' future?
I would love to see Jewish and Christian and Hindu and Sikh and atheist and everybody in your rally tomorrow. I hope that's the case. But you made it so. I don't want to use the word toxic, but it's so dangerous for us as a minority group in the city of Calgary, called the Muslim community. Not all of us, but some of us. We are going to really bear the consequences of being racist. You understand
Well,
what
I'm
the
gonna
word
be
racist
honest
means?
with you. That victim card, that's a sick game you guys keep playing, especially you and all those Muslims, the lefty Muslim. I'm gonna say it loud. You guys
Okay.
always play in a victim card. We are minority. We're not minority. You go to work, you buy stuff, nobody offend you. You could do whatever you want. In fact, half of us breaks the law in many occasions. Nobody's talking about us. Anytime thing goes sideways, we'll raise the flag. We've been oppressed. We've been accused. We've been this. We've been that. I'm in a business. You're in a business. I seen a lot of people.
I'm talking about
What's this
Muslims.
game?
I'm talking about
I'm
our
talking
faith.
about Muslims. Do you think I'm working in a business
Who
as
was,
a
who
Christian?
was who was shot? Who was shot in Quebec and in Ontario? Those people who got shot, they got shot because they were Muslim. True or not?
Yeah, absolutely. And how
Okay,
many
so don't tell
white
me you
people?
are a
Listen to
Canadian.
me. Listen. And how many white people got killed by Muslim?
No, I'm
Who
talking
did
about here in
9/11?
Canada.
Who
Here
did
in Canada,
9/11? Who did 9/11?
how many people? I'm talking in Canada. How many people in Canada they got?
Bro, it goes
Hold on.
back and
Talking about
forward.
Alberta. How many women in Alberta their hijab were taken away or they were yelled at just because Muslims? You're telling me there's no we are
How many
Muslim?
Syrian
You
left
never heard of
Syria
it?
because of the Syrian?
No. Who said Syrian? This is not even a Syrian.
Look, you
These are
know,
not
but I'm
even
telling you,
Arabs.
this happening all over. Syrian killing Syrian, Lebanese killing Lebanese, Canadian killing Canadian. So just because they're Muslim, yes, I agree with you. There's some Islamophobia. I did tell you up front, but we're playing it to a level. We're
No, hold
creating
on.
so
So
much.
you agree with me? There is an Islamophobia, true or not?
I did say there's
So
some
what
of
are you
it,
going to
not
do
to the
tomorrow?
extent.
Hold on. What are you going to do tomorrow? This is exactly my question. What are you going to do tomorrow? Is it going to increase? It's going to serve us as a minority groups, as a oppressed community, as a targeted community, or it's going to increase our exposure to more hate and more violence?
Let me. Can I
Especially if we
answer?
are.
Can I
Yes, of
answer?
course. Yes, of course
Please.
you can answer.
Okay. The biggest success tomorrow already we start planted today, having you talking about us Muslim standing hand in hand with the right wing. This is the biggest success. Us
It's a
having
fact.
bridges. Let me
I
answer.
only hear this from right
Subhanallah.
wingers.
Subhanallah, you don't let people talk,
But you
man.
are
What are we
right wings,
playing?
Mahmoud.
Look, let me talk. Let me
Aren't you a
talk.
right wings?
Oh, I'm Islamophobic too. I'm a white
No.
supremacist. Yeah, you
You're
forgot.
not.
Call me
Are
Father
you right
Mahmoud.
wing? Are
No,
you
I'm not
right
right wing.
wing?
I'm
You're
not
not right
Canadian.
wing.
I'm not right wing.
Do you
No, I'm
believe
not
in
right wing.
vaccine? Do you
Okay.
believe in vaccine?
No, I don't believe in vaccine.
Did you support Trump?
I like Trump.
Are you okay with your beloved Arthur Pawlowski's?
No, I know the guy. I didn't say I'm okay. I let's respect the guy. Like I told you earlier, I still say I respect him.
Okay. And do you call some Muslims part-time Muslims?
I do call sometimes part-time Muslim, yes.
Okay. And you don't see yourself being a little bit on the right side?
Okay, I'll tell you, I'm a conservative by nature because
I'm conservative. I'm conservative too.
let me explain one. Every Muslim by nature he's conservative. There's no question. Every Muslim.
Hold on. Are you?
Let me finish, bro. You
No.
don't let me finish.
You're
What is
playing words. You're playing
dictatorship?
words. Conservative
I
as the
respected you. You
politics.
asked me a question.
No.
You don't
Hold
let
on.
me answer.
No. But they are using this to gain political point.
Now I'm just
conservative. نحن محافظين كمسلمين وليس محافظين بالسياسيين. We're not conservative as a part of the conservative movement.
Let me ask you now. Could you answer me something? As Muslim, are we pro-abortion or anti-abortion?
As a Muslim, no, anti-abortion.
We're anti-abortion?
Yes.
We're anti-abortion.
No, I'm sorry. We're anti-abortion. Yeah. لا ما بحق لك تقتل النفس اللي الله خلقها. No doubt. We're anti-abortion.
We're anti-abortion. Are you sure?
Hold on. Muslim, are you telling me Islam is okay with abortion? No.
So you don't want to call a friend or something to get the proper
No,
answer?
I don't want to call away. You asked me
sure?
my opinion. Well, you asked me my opinion. When the mara is hamid, when the woman is pregnant, does she have a right to for abortion? Islamically, I don't think she has a right. This is a nafs. It all depends. Hold on. It depends. Which month? If it's like 3, 4 months, 6, I don't know the exact month.
Regardless, we're anti-abortion. I'm just was pulling your leg. So we're anti-abortion. Let's put this aside.
Okay. Yeah.
Are we for
as
socialists?
a Muslim? As a Muslims, yes.
Yes. As conservative for the pro-abortion or anti-abortion? Are they pro-life or no?
Conservative?
Yeah. Aren't they pro-life? Pro-life.
No,
they are pro-life. Which is anti-abortion.
Conservative? No, they're against abortion. We know that.
They're against abortion. That's a pro-life, bro.
Yeah. Okay. That's
so
fine.
we are the same. We come back to the face. Most of the conservative base, either Catholic or Jewish. Am I right or wrong?
I don't know that, but I think that what you're telling me is NDP.
So what did you start when you started? You said the Anglican, right? Are
No,
the
no, what I'm
angelic Christian? No.
Mahmoud, I don't know if it's a UCP. It's only
I'm
evangelicals
talking.
or Jews.
Um,
I
uh,
think
I'm
NDP
talking.
is also have. Are you telling NDP must, for example, or Democrat, they have no religion or they're
No,
not
they
religious
don't.
people?
Most of them are
They are not
atheists.
religious people. So
No.
all the Muslim community who support the Liberal Party of Canada, they are not religious. They are not
I'll be
Muslim.
honest with you. I'm not saying about individual. Whoever support the NDP, the majority of the NDP. So when I say the majority of the UCP, there's some atheists of the conservative, not just UCP. Let's say Alberta. The majority, the congregation,
No, that's
are
the game. You are
people of
playing
faith.
politics and religion. That's why I'm really concerned about that game you're playing. You are
Not
mixing
playing.
politics and
You're
religion. We all gonna pay a heavy price for this, Mahmoud.
You're not gonna pay nothing. You never paid
We're all
anything.
gonna pay a heavy
That's
price.
what
You
tomorrow,
know what that heavy price
Saturday.
is?
You know
You
what?
know
The
what the heavy
same
price? You know what the
attitude.
price we're gonna pay? We're gonna lose a lot of support as a Muslim minorities in this
No, no, no.
country.
I'll be
You know what?
honest with
Because
you.
you know
As a
what? They're
Muslim
gonna be
minority,
labeled as a hate group.
as,
Those people who want their right to be protected are taking the right of other people's. So, and
with all
that's so
respect,
dangerous, Mahmoud.
with all respect, if you want to tell me that 2% you guys support in thinking that's the one are protecting you, then you're absolutely wrong. If you really believe someone else protecting you other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then absolutely you're wrong. The price you were talking about, you're gonna be paying 7, 8 years ago when I was fighting the corrupted MCC. All of you guys were against me. When we wanted the first people to come and stand and act victorious, you're one of them. So let's face reality. Saturday morning we'll talk. The same thing happening again. We'll see who's going to be right, who's going to be wrong. Inshallah, tomorrow the event is going to go, and I'm pretty sure you're going to be happy. And I love you to come and broadcast as much as you want and do whatever you want. Inshallah, it's going to be a peaceful message. If you have a Canadian flag with you, bring it in. And we are standing for a clear message, peaceful message.
What that
Leave our
message is?
kids alone.
Okay, no, this is not the message, Mahmoud. I'm going to tell you what's the message.
Subhanallah, you know more than me. Let me say.
Of course, it's
Yeah,
written right here.
yeah.
You want me to read it in Arabic or English?
Whatever you like.
I'm going to read it in Arabic لأنه
No,
يعني
English. English, please, better.
Okay.
So stay in English.
Okay. Tomorrow. Okay. A protest, a peaceful protest in the downtown of Calgary, Friday at 6:30. Please join to support the families and to support religion of Fitra. Okay. So come tomorrow to protect. That's what's the دعم الأهالي والدين والفطرة الإنسانية.
Nice. Okay. Beautiful. I never heard it. Who wrote this? So
that's okay.
me know.
That's okay. Hold on.
Who wrote this message?
احتجاجا على إدخال
Say
المنهج
English, bro. English.
المثليين في
English.
المدارس.
English.
Okay, I'm gonna translate. So this is what it says. احتجاجا على إدخال منهج المثليين والمدارس في المدارس. الجميع لازم يشارك ونعبر رأينا ورفضنا من مسلم مسيحيين يهود وسيخ. Okay? احموا أولادكم. Protect your kids. Your kids is أمانة في أعناقكم.
With all respect, where's the source of that? Because we never shared it, but that's good. Someone else shared it.
Okay, that's exactly what I know. You'll
It's
find the
not
source.
a message. You could write it. Maybe you wrote it.
But
So I don't know. What's the source? Nice.
Mahmoud, this is my point.
That's
See,
beautiful.
Mahmoud, that's my point. You're saying it's not my message. What I'm trying to say is,
but I love it, bro. I love it.
You create a platform that's gonna bring. It's already bring a lot of troubles.
Beautiful.
It's already infesting hate and infesting. I tell you what, Mahmoud, I have a question for you, please. And I'm sorry, and I want to thank you for being
it's okay. Take your time, bro.
Calm. I'm going to ask you this question. So after all this month and a half of this protect your kids, blah, this, and we have to be careful wherever they are want to change us, they want to indoctrinate our kids. So all this message, I'm going to tell this. If, in your opinion, 2 Muslim kids tomorrow, Monday morning, so try to think with me, and you tell me, 2 Muslim kids who are going to come to your protest, 2 Muslim kids who are going to come to your protest, they go to school on Monday, and they walk by somebody else, let's say, is identify himself as a supporter of the LGBTQ. What I'm trying to say to you, and answer me as clear as you can, do you think those 2 kids who are going to attend the protest on Friday will be influenced how they're going to look to that person who is different than them, or it's going to be all fine and dandy and like as if nothing happened, or they already form an opinion of that person of being, let's say, I don't want to say anything, but stay away from me.
So I would tell you, first of all, those kids, in fact, the same way they want to educate our kids about something we don't want, we want
Yes,
to educate about our kids about something they should know. Then I
exactly.
don't think if my kids is friend with a gay person
Right.
or LGBT
No, I'm not
supporter.
asking to be
No,
gay. I'm
no, just
asking
I'm
not to be
telling you. First
hated.
of all,
I'm asking
I'm
not
just
to be hated. That's all
I'm
I'm
not
saying.
talking about. You're a
Because
dictator. You cut me off a million times. You don't let me answer. You're so dictator, bro. You
I
ask
am.
me, trying
I'm
to answer. You
Syrian.
cut
What do
me
you
off. Okay,
think?
I'm listening. Okay, go. Okay, answer me. You give the answer for me. You ask me, and then you answer yourself. Okay, I'm listening.
That's a
How's that?
good, nice way to run away from the answer to the question.
No, no, I'm trying to
I,
tell you. If you ask me clearly, if two kids come tomorrow to the protest and they go to school and they're gonna feel intimidated or they're gonna have hate towards the LGBT, I'm telling you, if my kids are a friend with X person because his sexual identity one or two, they're not gonna have differences. My right to educate my kids. In fact, each and every one should bring his kids tomorrow, and they're gonna be a peaceful message. There's a protest going on, not to teach people how to kill, how to destroy, how to hate people. We're trying to tell, leave our kids alone. Let the kids be a kids. And I don't think if this was the story, so we've been in this country for 25 years. The LGBT stuff was taking place for as long we've been here, as long as it's been in history. I don't think any of this incident happened, and I never heard of it. I heard of some stories when our Muslim kids were a victim because of the LGBT laws taking place and oppressing others people's right and taking away some others' right. So we keep acting like nothing happened. In the United States, one transgender went and raped a kid in the class, 15 years old, and then they kept it under the carpet because it was a Pride Month and they don't want to make such a huge deal about it. You could act ignorant, nothing happened, but this is
yeah.
sad reality here. We could deny all we want. The same way goes vice versa. If this LGBT have issue with my son, if they don't go, if they don't show their support and people standing behind those kids, and we have to protect our kids' right. Enough of being hypocrite about it. I'm standing because I'm
Look, you're
Muslim.
not being
Yes,
a
I'm
hypocrite.
Canadian. I'm
Yes,
talking in general. We could be
not a
diplomatic all
hypocrite.
we want. So, but this is sad reality. This is my answer. I hope I could answer you
Okay,
more.
can I speak now? Mahmoud,
Oh, by all means.
you increase the level of hate among people by the message you are trying to cover it with let's protect our kids. I really think you are divided communities instead of bringing community
Brother
together. And
Sam.
what I'm trying to say is we as a Muslims, we have every right to preserve our faith, our traditions, our culture. We have every right, but also we have to do it in the way in two things that's going to give us our right and not infringe on other people's right. Why? Because as soon as I take your rights away from you, that means I give you the take the right away from me. That's all what I'm trying to say. I
Brother,
think you're creating
can
hate.
I ask you something? Can I
Go ahead.
explain something? You
Yes.
keep saying that if we stand up tomorrow, the young minority or the small minority or whatever you call them, minority LGBT community, we're gonna
Yes.
lose their support, and then we're gonna look like we're a hateful group toward them or in front of them because we took a stand for what's happening.
Yes.
We're not sending a hateful message. We want our kids to left alone. If you really think that's how they're gonna feel, same what one like the same message for the pro love and spread love and stuff for about the vaccine. When people decide not to take vaccines, some of the same people were saying, okay, if you go to the hospital, we shouldn't serve them. If they go to the hospital, we shouldn't hospitalize them and give them medical and stuff. This is not right. This is not normal. I won't say don't let the LGBT kid come to our school. I don't let the LGBT teacher come to my class. I don't let the LGBT come to my shop and serve them. I have no problem with them. But I don't walk with a sign in my back to say I'm a straight. I don't think you should have a sign in your back to say you're a
No,
gay.
no, you
So
shouldn't. You
normal.
shouldn't.
Let's
You
live
shouldn't.
normal, except if you have some kind of syndrome and you want someone to lift you up and to force people to respect you. Respect goes both ways. You give and you take. If people don't want to respect you, it's up to them. You don't
Yeah.
force me to respect you. It's you
No, no,
have your right. I have my right. You have your right. I have my right. You live and let me live and let's leave our kids alone.
no,
Simple.
no, no. You have to respect. You don't have to believe, but you have to respect other people's right. Respect, not believe. I respect what these people want. That their prerogative. But do I have to believe in that? I don't have to believe in it because my belief is mine. But I do have to respect. So I have to give respect in order to gain respect or ask for respect. All what I'm saying is you take a slogan that's called fight for your freedoms and all of a sudden it's spread out to us so many hateful messages coming from all directions. It's about Like, I mean, I just read one text for you because I don't want to just go over the other stuff. But what I'm saying, Mahmoud, is يعني مثل بيقولوا good intention, يعني مثل bad things covered with good intentions. I really think your heart in the right place when it comes to the right of parents. But Mahmoud, you play two dangerous games. Number one, you mix politics with religion.
According to you, bro, wrong.
Yeah, according to me. And also, I would say you are just engulfed the fear in the heart of so many parents, as if like somebody in the school that's gonna snitch him and just they're gonna cut their genitals and turn him to another human.
Can I use your broadcast here to tell someone? I have a 2017 Toyota Highlander been donated by a parent for me to sell it, and all the money goes to a mosque. This car worth about $50,000. So I had the privilege to ask the father after he left the country, and he left 2 cars with me to sell them. What's the reason you took off like this? And this happened in Alberta for the parent who's listening to me. So don't listen all to that nice talk. The reasons that father decided to leave the country and he donated 2 cars and he sold his house and all the belonging because he's a father who has 3 kids and he feared for his kids. The teacher decided to keep implementing into the 11 years old boy, he's too cute to be a boy. He's a girl in a boy's body. The father went with the flow and he went and subscribed drugs for his own son because the teacher threatening thing will happen if he forces his son start buying pink underwears, pink backpack for the father. And this car is still available for whoever want to purchase it. And he decided to play that game till almost end of May, moved this family and moved out of country. So this happening here in Alberta. Is this a threat for a parent to worry about his son? Yes or no?
Mahmoud, I know so many Canadians.
Hold on. With all respect, does this thing like this happen in Canada or no?
Do you want me to answer?
Yeah, please.
I know so many Canadians who moved out of Canada for so many various reasons. Okay, we always hear about Canadian who moved down to the Australia.
You want to tell me is this
there? No. What I'm saying is, everyone see the world in different way. This father left the country because he's afraid for his kids, right? We are starting. I hear this a lot these days. Oh, I'm afraid for my kids.
With all respect, can I ask? So, as a parent, should I be worried about my?
Yes, you should.
So this is pink underwear is normal thing, so it's okay. If
no. This is you have a right to feel that if you feel like there's something really wrong, something in danger. If you feel danger for your kids, you have every right to say and to protect your kids in any way as possible. But what I'm trying to say is you have to give the same right to other people as well. So if people
give them right.
No. If people fear Islam, you said it's okay. You shouldn't be. You shouldn't say no. Please protect us. We're Muslims. Why are they afraid of us? Because these other people think we are Muslims in this country, and we're gonna slaughter them. We're gonna convert them, and we're gonna do all that. So they have a right to feel afraid because of us Muslims. The same way you feel that you're threatened.
With all
because
respect, you're not fair. First of all, tell me where Muslim. Look, wait a second, Sam. Tell me where, as Muslim, we go force our agenda the same way LGBT was presented or forced into our kids' school in a school. Do we have in a public school thing? It's called Islamic month.
Ask your friend Arthur Pulowski. He's the one who says
I'm asking you. I don't want to ask.
No,
I'm asking.
there's Canadian like Arthur Pulowski's who feel There's Canadian who feel Muslims are going to do that.
He's not my friend. I'm asking you. Is there's a month? It's called Islamic month to go and protest.
Islamic Heritage Month. Yes, there was Islamic Heritage Month.
And school. I'm telling you, in school. Is there a month in school? Are we forcing our agenda in school as Muslim?
No, we're not. No, we're not.
Are we forcing our Islamic principles in any of this life we have here in Canada, Western Canada? Do we have a flag do we have La ilaha illallah flag in the city hall? Do we have a La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah in the Parliament House?
Of course.
Do we have like a special what you call it, shoes for lady to wear or something? Which is, I'm not going to go into this. I want to prove to you sometimes government could be wrong. You and I went downtown to stand for the residential school.
Yes.
What happened in residential school? How many
horrible things happen?
Okay, horrible. So the government
that could happen to you too. That could happen to your kids too.
It's happening right now to our kids, and you are silent about it.
No, I'm not telling you. What I'm trying to say, it's
back then they invade and they kidnap our kids physically. They took them from their parent. Over 200,000 kids were killed. by the knowledge of the government, by the knowledge of the residential school. What will happen after 200 years, or like up to 1998, the last residential school, people start still talking about those kids. And what happened now? Exactly same. Now they're invading our kids spiritually, physically in school. They're trying to convince them something abnormal to us is normal to them. You let my kids watch Superman since he's 3 years old till he's 10 years old, he'll go off the cliff or off the roof trying to act like Superman. You cannot go and show my son a giant male with big balls dancing with a string line in school and tell me it's normal. You cannot. If I'm shy to look at that person, how could they allow such a male to go in library, perform that dance in front of our kids? And you, Mr. Sam, tell me, yeah, it's okay, it's normal.
Hold on. Is this a Muslim issue or this is a Canadian issue?
This is Canadian Muslim issue.
Why are you making it Muslim issues?
It's a Canadian Muslim issue to me because I'm Muslim.
And I'm a Muslim too.
Give me water, Baba. Give me water, please. Sorry?
And I'm a Muslim too, but what I'm
You're
trying
not
to
a father,
say is,
brother.
No, hold on, Mahmoud. All what I'm saying is,
you're not in my stand. You have no kids.
I literally understand.
I
respect your fear.
You don't have.
I respect, but all what I'm saying is, you are just playing in a really
I'm not
dangerous
playing.
minefield. Like it's a minefield. Says religion and politics. So whether you talk politics and leave religion alone, or you talk religion and let the religious people deal with this, but you're mixing it in a very dangerous way. We're all gonna lose.
Brother, you're losing with this attitude. I'm gonna tell you one example. Who lives in the shadow, there's no shadow for him.
I'm not saying we're talking
you
live
can
to
stay
you.
in the shadow all you want.
No, you're not. This is not. I'm not living in the shadow. I'm speaking to you,
media, bro. Just cover me. Well, you know when you don't live in the shadow, when you take a stand.
Okay. Well, hold on. You don't want to live in the shadow, then you have to be truthful and spit it out.
Always.
All the way.
All the way. All the time. Tell me. Ask me clearly. I will answer you. I don't lie. I don't fear nobody. Ask me any question. I'll give you the answer I have.
Okay. What should you do to a LGBTQ person?
What should I do?
As a Muslim, yeah.
What do you mean as a Muslim? Nothing. Yeah. I'll tell you one thing.
Okay.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala never gave me any ayah or any punishment to do for the LGBT. I leave him alone. I don't care about him. I don't interact with him. I have no business. If I see him, I do business with him, no problem. Do I have any reason to punish him, justify him, do anything? It's not my business. I can't do anything.
Does he or she have an equal right like you as a Muslim Canadian? Does the LGBTQ Muslims, Canadian, has equal right like a Muslim Canadian, or they are different?
According to the Canadian law?
Yes.
Exactly the same. I can't, it's not my law.
Do you live by the law of the land, or you live by?
I live by the law of the land.
Okay. So we are agreeing on one thing. Everybody has the equal right to worship, to do you believe in, I don't know, I mean, it was here like a freedom of equality of faith, religion, race.
I have freedom of, I believe in freedom of choice. Choose whatever you want, do whatever you want to be, do whatever you want to do, but just stay away from me and my kids. I don't want to go into your life, don't go into my life.
I think the same. I think really the same. I really think they stay away from me and my kids, because that's how I want to raise my kids the way I want to raise my kids the way I want. I'm the parents, and I have the right to raise my kids. Okay, but what you doing tomorrow? Are you protecting the right of the parents, or are you just trying to provoke more conservative base to believe that your faith / your political allegiances are the right path forward, meaning is Muslims' choice only to be a conservative?
So
are you telling me this?
Okay, let me explain. First of all,
are you telling me that that's a choice we have as a Muslim?
So you asked me first 2, 3, and I couldn't answer not even one. So let me go with the first one. Tomorrow, I'm not provoking anything based on my political view and my religion. Tomorrow, if you tell me as a conservative promoter, which is I love the UCP party and conservative Alberta, it's not in my best interest to have that protest tomorrow. And anyone who understands politics knows after election, after long battle, this protest shouldn't take a place. But when a Muslim kids got abused in multiple Muslim school or multiple public school, we need to send a voice, a clear message. There is issue. We need to protect our children. I'm not taking the stand tomorrow because I'm conservative. I'm taking the stand as a parent, a Muslim parent, Canadian parent, who's seeking the best interest, security, and safety for his kids in school, especially if they're 7 years old and above. This is why about in regard the first one. In regard of the other one, you keep complaining and whining why united forces with the Christian or with the Jewish or with the right wing, whatever you call them, or the Arthur, the Pastor Arthur or
We love
Reamer,
Arthur,
whatever.
yes. Okay.
So, with all respect to you, if you go in anywhere, I could join forces with you to achieve my target. Part of my face allow me to do this. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent me in the Holy Quran a whole verses, He called it a room, Surah al-Rum. When they fought the Persian was the people don't worship God. They were used to worship fire. And they fought the Christian at the time, they were Roman. Muslims were upset. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent the verses, a whole surah from the Quran called a room. In those verses, He said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will grant the Christian a winning, and then that day the Muslim will be happy. My faith tells me to stand with those who carry the cross because they're Christian, with those who believe in the Torah because they're Jewish, and stand against who's atheist. Yes, based on my belief, I stand with Father, what do you call him? Arthur, Reamer, anyone, people of the book, they're my people. Even though we have differences, they believe Allah three, I believe God is one.
They want you out. They don't want the differences. They want you out of this country.
That's what you think. I don't see that.
Christian country, according to Arthur Pawlowski, and you don't belong here. So that person who said Muslims don't belong to Canada, you're going to be side by side with him, hugging and holding hands. And protesting. Seriously. Who's going to be there? Who's going to be? I'm going to be there taking photo with you and Arthur Pawlowski, or maybe his friend.
What a big success! What a big success! I wish he's out of jail tomorrow. So could he be with us tomorrow? So this would be amazing, man. There's no problem with that.
Okay, well,
there's no problem with this.
Mahmoud, I want to use that. Sorry, this is I think you have a right to answer this because this is somebody else's line. Says you fought so hard to convince us that we're going to be safe with the UCP. Okay, congratulations. You won the election by almost, you lost it by 1,500 votes, but that's okay. You are the winners. Congratulations. I'm the winners because I'm a supporter of the conservatives too. So we won. Okay. Now the government is a conservative government. Why are you protesting against who if the government is the same government you elected? Why don't you go to the people who we elected and ask them to do something about the school? So that's my question. Why are you protesting while your government is in place?
Sorry, could you repeat the protest against the people you voted for school? What is it? Repeat. I understand the government part, but what did you say about the school?
You elected the government that's going to save us, right? Or protect us. True or not?
I didn't say that. I said the government we have, it's a pro-choice government. Won't promote it and won't fight it. Will let us choose what we want. So tomorrow, as Albertan, if the majority of the Albertan stand up and request what we request, I'm pretty sure the government will listen to us and will move the stuff out of the education system.
Hold on. Isn't the government now the conservative government?
It is.
Okay. Isn't that easier to have a dialogue with the government and try to make some changes instead of protesting in a way that's going to provoke more hate against us or with us or against us, more hate against other minority groups?
I'm not sure why you keep saying there's hate against us based on what you're coming with this statistic. You decide because we have some people.
I'm going to tell you one thing, Mahmoud. I know people that I know them personally. They support our cause, which is helping refugees and low-income people and immigrant and Muslims. And they went and rally in downtown Calgary for the Muslims and all the stuff. And they are not LGBTQ. So I want you to even to go there. They are really, literally, I don't want to say angry. They are sad because they say, and I heard this in my own ear from people I know, I'm really sad for those people who I helped and I fought for, and they tried to protect their rights, are doing exactly what the other people were trying to do to the Muslims. That's how they see it. Wrong, right? It doesn't really matter, but that's exactly how your message resonates with some Calgarian, is you are spreading intolerance against other minority group.
Well, that's your job. That should be your role to explain to them What our
Uh-huh.
faces stand from this? What should we worry about as a Muslim parent about our kids? And I'll be honest with you, if a person want to do me a favor just to believe in his ideology and his principles, this is absolutely wrong. We're not standing against anyone. We're standing within arm reach to each and every one. In fact, I was hoping tomorrow the LGBT, I'm not sure why we're arguing. If the LGBT don't have any hidden agenda and stuff, why don't they come and stand with us to protect our kids? What they don't, because since some of them has spare kids, and let their kids have the freedom of choice. Maybe some of their kids want to be straight. They don't want to be in the LGBT community. Why are we arguing? I can't believe we're even having this conversation. Tomorrow, if there's nothing to argue about, these people just should come together and let's say, leave the kids alone. Up to high school, let the kids decide what they want to do when they're high school. When I send my son to learn how to become a doctor, engineer, or so on, professional, I don't want to be confused what his gender is. This is absolutely ridiculous.
We can definitely we can agree on some points here and there and disagree on something. But the whole idea is like this: the government of Alberta now is a conservative government, and you are, and your honorable premier that we both know, she's in power now, and she just formed a government. So now we have a UCP government. The question to you, Mahmoud: did you try to reach out to the government and start this conversation through the elected members that, especially that Muslim representatives now? Thank God we have at least 2 or 3 in this government. Did you try to get the government involved, or you're waiting for tomorrow's response to see if the tide is high? If the tide is high, then the conservative gonna ride the wave.
No, no, I didn't say it this way. Like I said it many times, conservative our freedom of choice. They support it all the time, and this is one of our requests: do whatever you want to do, be whatever you want to be. Did I talk to any politician or send a message to ask about what happened? No, absolutely not. In fact, I got some advice from someone who's close to the politician, and indirectly to say, don't do the protest. It's not the right time. I still didn't listen to nobody because I decided it's time to raise the flag, because either now or ever. So we decide to raise it now. Year coming to an end. This month is so much going on and across the country, and in the United States, 478 law anti-LGBT stuff. We don't want to go to that. I'm not here to promote any hate toward anyone, but we need things to be under control. If I cannot promote my agenda and my ideology over someone else, I don't want someone else to promote it over me. We don't have Jewish or Christian going to school having a month or a Pride month or whatever you call it. Neither Muslim. Someone else shouldn't do it. Simple. Up till they're 18 years old, let the kids decide what they want to do.
As I said, we can agree, and that's what I'm trying is you sugarcoat it. See the danger of what you just said is you're taking something really legit concern for families, for parents, and for a lot of Canadians. This is so legit that nobody can argue this is a good. This is a common interest for so many Muslims, for so many Canadians, including Muslims. They feel this way. They feel they're right. They feel their parents. They feel their kids, and all the stuff. But you are taking it, and that where you mix it with politics / belief, and that's what's gonna harm us as a minority, as a Muslims Canadian. That's how I see it. That's how I think.
This point, you like, with all respect, Sam, you keep repeating this point. I told you, you see it from your side. I see it differently.
Yeah, I see it from my side.
But Anna, I don't understand. Just with all respect, how could we agree? Mr. Trudeau would pay $75,000 to every transgender as an assistance support for his medical bills, and he cannot support my kids to go to university. $75,000. With all respect, why don't he give me $75,000 if I convert?
No. We have the same laws or similar here in Alberta. You have every right if you have issues for hormone, this and that. The government of Alberta will do that for you. He didn't say. Okay. What I'm saying is this is a Canadian issue. Okay,
brother. I feel the same. Is it normal? Tomorrow I want to convert to Christianity. So should I get $75,000?
Do whatever you want to do.
Why taxpayer has to pay bills for someone he doesn't like? I don't know. I'm not sure why like this. There's a lot of questions should deserve an answer here, but I'm not anti all that. By all means, government could do whatever they want with their money. It's not my business. My business is leave my kids alone. There's no
leave religion out of the political arena.
Actually, to me, religion is political. So you cannot agree. I'm not gonna convince me in that part, and I won't be able to.
No, I don't want to convince you, but what I want to remind you.
It's my game. It's my brother. It's my game. I could decide whatever I want to do with my own thing. Do I force it on other? If tomorrow, let me tell you an example. If I go say tomorrow, people do not pay taxes at the end of the year, can you
Mahmoud,
tell me stop doing it?
Mahmoud, we are proud Muslims Canadian. So no question there.
I'm
All
proud
what I'm
Muslim,
saying,
Canadian or not Canadian. I'm proud
no,
Muslim.
I am a proud Muslim myself. I'm proud Canadian myself, and this is, I can say this like a day and night. What I'm saying is, we have common interest to act for in the best faith possible to protect the interests of our community, especially those who outspoken people like me and like you and other people. There's so many people out there, they don't know how to express these ideas. I know there's a lot of families, there's a lot of parents, literally, that they are really shaken up by this. They are so afraid because somebody for the last 45 days bombard them with fear. Your kids, they're gonna taught be them that you're gonna have to stand for the flag and raise and salute the flag and all this stuff, and all this been building up, and you're taking that angry crowd tomorrow to downtown Calgary to vent out, which is perfect. But Mahmoud, that environment could spark hate without control.
Brother,
That's all my concern.
I'll tell you one thing. You'll come in at 10 tomorrow. Nothing will
Uh-huh.
happen. Tomorrow, inshallah, everything goes fine. As I heard, the Conservative Party is going to implement to teach Arabic in most of the public school where there's a big condensation of the Arabic spoken people. Thank God. So I'm pretty sure the Conservative government will be doing this. So here in the Northeast, for some of the parents who worry about their kids learning Arabic,
Mahmoud, you're
so
playing
there'll be
politics
something.
and religion
No.
again.
I'm just explaining for you how it is important to me. You keep telling me it's caring and stuff. So you're saying stuff. I have to say, to me, politic is religion. It's part of my religion to be politic. So, like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told me in the Quran, our Prophet teach me how to use the washroom. So you want me to tell me so I can't deal how with people based on just my own interests, cheat and lie and stuff, tell me this is because
No, but you can't pick and choose. If you want
you
to
can't
bring
pick and choose. No.
if you want to bring religion to politics, you can't pick and choose.
Based on a personal level, you could do whatever you want, bro.
Okay, so hold on, because somebody asked me, okay, Sam, so now Mahmoud Murrah want to force this on in the schools, okay, which has every right to protect the interests of the parents, to be informed, to know ahead of time. I think we all agree to that as a people, that the parents need to know this. NDP people say no, they have their own reason. No, we're not going to tell the parents. That's why they lost the election. Good, perfect and dandy. The question is, Mahmoud, is what's next Mahmoud wants for his religion? Because now you say religion and politics are equal, are the same. What do you want next?
What do I want? I
Yes.
want everybody to fear God in everything He says and He does, and that's just what I care about. And I believe a Christian and Muslim and Jewish, if they go back to their book, will be all one.
Okay. What else?
What else? That's you just ask about my religion. About other than my religion, I believe NDPs will never make it again, and we're safe and sound. And I wish we'll get rid of it through the soon.
Okay, Mahmoud, we have to respect. Do we respect your time? And thanks for all the people here. But
You don't want to
because we
listen
are,
to the question because I can't see the comment of people, man. You're unfair. You're a
no,
dictator.
go
Let
ahead.
people
No,
ask
go ahead.
questions.
Go
Maybe
ahead.
someone has a question for us.
Yeah, go
Read
ahead. No,
some of
I
the
know. I
comments.
know. Okay, so a lot of people they might have questions for us, but already we've been almost 2 hours
It's
up,
okay. A
maybe
few
two
questions you
hours.
have since you've been like talking by yourself for an hour, and I shared with you for another hour. We still have 10 minutes. Answer some of the questions. Maybe some questions deserve an answer, man.
But I think we achieve at least something, that what you're doing is very dangerous, and you're going to be
Based
responsible
on your
for
request, it's gonna be fun
yeah.
actually.
So
Delivering a message.
all the hate we're going to see on Monday, it's going to be contributed to our beloved Mahmoud Murrah and his friend Arthur Pulowski.
I'll be honest. The hate we will see the same hate when some people went and protest downtown when President Trump won. There's no reason for those people to go protest downtown and here in Calgary. We have nothing. He's not even our president. What did we get out of it? Nothing. So, and the right wing people, if really were that aggressive, that protest wouldn't make it. So let's stop that fear tactic and that propaganda. And please, man, stop
I
being
don't know.
socialist like the
I don't know.
NDP, bro.
I wish you went 2017 to that to that protest in downtown Calgary against Muslims, and I really wished you went there yourself and saw that anger and hate toward anybody Muslim. It was literally a group of people who gathered here in the city of Calgary, spewing hate loudly in the front of the city hall. That I don't want to say fear, that that hate and so it keeps going back to hate, because literally what you saw in the eyes of these people, literally, if they have their way, you will not have a place in Canada to stay and call yourself Canadian Muslim Day, because you're going to be literally shipped. I don't want to say shipped. Who knows what's going to happen to you? Okay. So what I'm trying to say, Mahmoud,
Bro,
is
let's be
Mahmoud,
here
Wallah,
opportunity.
Mahmoud,
Wallah,
we're not living in a perfect world. Okay. For every
I'll be honest
action,
with you. If you're united,
if
let
there's
let
for every action, there's reaction.
absolutely.
You're provoking issues that can hurt us all. That all what I want.
I'll be honest with you. The people who's running over our back and trying to plant us with hate and stuff toward other people. Have you tried to build the bridges with other people? Have tried to communicate with them? Absolutely no. A lot of people make fun of me when I went from here to Olds to support Todd Beasley, because I believe this was unfair. Just this decision made by Jason Kenney then to disqualify him, and they pulled stuff out of the rag. I want to clarify one thing for you, because in the back I heard you're talking money other people. The reason I went to Olds, Jason Kenney, when terminated Todd Beasley, the blame came because he made some comment against Islam and Muslim and our Prophet specifically. This is so true. That comment came 2 years before he got disqualified by Jason Kenney. The reason Jason Kenney didn't disqualify him because he made that statement, because he want a young people to run in Olds, and he played that trick and he disqualified him. I went there to say, as Muslim, we have nothing to do with it. We're not the one who brought that comment to the surface to disqualify the guy. And if he has issue, he should hold it against the Conservative Party at that time. It wasn't us, which is the leadership, because he wants young blood. And then thing went the other way, and everybody translated. I told the guy, I don't agree with you. I don't support you in that statement. I made it clear when I spoke in the podium then. I didn't even know I had to say something. And I still stand behind my position. When I went there to clarify something, that Muslim has no issue, and they didn't have no clue about that comment till the UCP party brought it to the surface to disqualify a candidate, and they throw an R back. So for you and everyone else, this was my intention. Alhamdulillah, I delivered a message. I'm a friend with the guy now. He has different thing about Muslim. The guy is so educated, went to Syria, alhamdulillah. Last time, I believe the last message I got from him, I admire your religion so much. Something to come from a person like Todd
So
Beasley. That's you.
okay, the same guy who is spewing hate against Muslim, now he loves Muslims,
So it
or he
happened.
loves you,
Well, I'll tell you.
or he loves you because of
Okay,
what's his name?
let me tell you a hadith. Maybe you don't like the hadith. Sayyidina Muhammad said, خيركم في الجاهلية خيركم في الإسلام. The best of you in the Jahiliyyah time is the best of you in Islam time. So you might be kafir in the work Dindiq, like Sayyidina Umar ibn al-Khattab, and next day you'll become a Muslim. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala praise Islam with you. Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he made a dua, Allahumma a'izz al-Islam bi ahad al-umarain. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
I'm just asking
So may
Mr.
Allah
Baisley.
you know what? Say Ameen. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide them all to
Ameen ya
become
Rabbil
Muslims.
Alameen. So I take it,
screwed,
Mr. Baisley, your friend Baisley, he loves us. He loves Muslim now.
Inshallah. Inshallah, he'll become a Muslim too. I'm making dua for him. He told me he left that open comment in Facebook. He admired my religion, so I like it. So, and regardless of this, I could make dua for everybody to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us hidayah. Don't be cheap with that, bro. Maybe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will guide us all.
Honestly, we just want to live in peace, and that's all what we want. We want to live in peace, and we want our right to be protected.
You just said there's no perfect word, man. We're not living in a perfect world. Okay, if you don't struggle and hassle, you don't, buddy, you don't get your right if you don't stand for it. Like Imam Ali said in a basic statement, ما ضاع حق وراءه مطالب. A right will never be lost as long as you're asking for it. What we're asking is our right. We need our kids to be protected. Simple as it is. Leave that, whatever you call it, sexual orientation program out of our kids' school. Simple. There's nothing.
Don't you think this has to be debated, like in the proper channels, in the parties that you belong to? I think the same party that you're so proud of is the same party who promoted the same right to everyone. All what I'm saying, Mahmoud, please listen to me. Just try to open this ear for 1 second. Playing politics and religion, very dangerous, and it's toxic. That's all what I'm trying to say.
You're wrong. Why don't you make like, I'll be honest with you, based on your opinions, that's what you think. Based on mine, let's agree to disagree. I'm not going to be able to believe it, because to me, I believe religion comes before anything. It's the religion that tells me how to eat, how to drink, how to use washroom, where to go, what to do. Tells me how to be with others, how to be politician with others, how to be diplomatic with others. To you, it's a different thing. To me, it's a different thing. I'd love you to answer some of the questions. People some have some answer. If not, I'll be honest with you. Saturday, you're gonna be proud with what we're gonna do tomorrow. The only people is gonna be upset, Saima and few of her friends. It's okay, man. They'll get used to it. It's no big deal. I understand there's some of the lefty people, which is I attend some of their events. I have no hate toward them. In fact, I love their standing for Palestine. I even attend one of the event was the LGBT home and was the flag raising there. In fact, Saima took a picture for me underneath that flag. So no big deal. It's okay.
Mahmoud, this is the second time you mentioned Saima, and I don't want to defend Saima. Saima can defend herself, but literally, I think you're literally being absolutely so disrespectful to Saima and her post. And I read what you said about her as a Muslim community to another Muslim community member. I think this is absolutely. I think you're. I don't want to say wrong only, but I think Saima did a lot to the community, and she deserved to be respected, especially if we have
someone take your WhatsApp message and put it in a post. WhatsApp message. Listen to me. If I take your WhatsApp message, is the one you sent to me, and you put it as a post, and you
are the godfather of taking things out of.
Okay, and I'm the godfather to
don't go there.
No. Let me tell you. Okay, no, I'm a godfather.
Don't go there. You are master of this, so stay away of that. We don't want to use the argument.
No, with all respect,
Mahmoud, you do more than that. So
no, I'll do, and I could do more, and that's what I did there. And like, I'll be honest with you. Let me.
This is not a good argument because Mahmoud, you know what you did.
Let me answer.
But that's not enough reason to attack her because she did something that half of what you did.
So for her to bring people to vote against our Muslim candidate here in our own riding, this is fair for her? And fair for you?
No. What I'm saying is, Mahmoud, you cannot say
no.
Mahmoud, you did. Mahmoud, you do. What I'm saying is, you do a lot more what she did.
No, she didn't do nothing, man. She used our venue. She brought LGBT representative, our Muslim Akram Jum'a. That I Care failed behind Muslim Dr. Zaidi did it because of her bringing LGBT rep to it. And it failed. And you guys were proudly carrying those flags at Akram Jum'a gym, man. And you were there and you seen him. Come on, man. This is something we should be proud of. Maybe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask you and he'll ask me and we'll have to answer then. The Canadian law won't help us, brother.
Anyway, I think I gotta finish this because the battery is telling me the battery is gonna die.
I know. Not just the battery, more battery.
No. Hold on. Yours. I mean, the last statement. I'll give you the last word, and then I'll say mine. Go ahead.
It's okay. Consider it done. I'm good.
Done.
Done.
Thanks. Tomorrow I'm gonna hold you, Mahmoud. All the damage that's gonna be caused by tomorrow protest is literally that's under your on your shoulder. So you'll make sure.
Inshallah,
just make sure to be very vigilant and very alert and watch out for those unnecessarily slogans that we might hear.
No worries. Just all I want you to come and record as you and be biased like usually you do, and then no worries.
Thank you, Mahmoud. Thanks for everyone watching us tonight, but it was needed to do, and that's something I want to do. Sorry لما حكينا بالعربي, but I think I'm really done for the night. يا شباب, again, allow me to say this a few words in Arabic. أنا برأيي what's going on tomorrow is politically driven. يعني متأثرة سياسة على دين مخلوطة مع بعضها. It's not as it sound. Well, we want to go and protect our kids. أنا برأيي سياسة ودين. وبالسياسة والدين خلط السياسة مع الدين I think we're all gonna lose, especially نحن الماينورتي, نحن يعني الأقليات. كل واحد حر يساوي اللي بده إياه. كل واحد المظاهرات أو التظاهر حق مطلوب بالقانون, ولكن إذا أنت بكرة رايح بنصحك يعني خليك يعني لا خلي شو انتبه شو بتحكي, انتبه على so much stuff. يعني everything being مثل بيقولوا يعني under the radar. كل شيء راح يكون يعني ناصح, ما هي يعني فسحة. اوكي, فلا تنام بين القبور ولا تشوف منامات وحشية. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.